What is liberty? What is liberty? The word liberty itself means, or it can be defined as the state of being free within society from oppressive restrictions imposed by authority, or one's way of life, or political views. Then let me ask you one question. Are you free? Or are we free? And am I free? I think this is a very important question. Well, this depends on how you believe. And this also depends on the way how you understand and feel the word, liberty, its meaning, its hidden meaning. The hidden treasure is much more valuable than you think. When we start looking at the South Korea's past historic events, we are, and you are, and I was, able to focus on a very specific moment. And that was the March 1st Independence Day of Joseon. During the time of imperialism of Japan, numerous victims, including innocent civilians and passionate fighters for our independence, had suffered and gone through unimaginable, harsh and severe times. And in addition, the historical evidence and live and vivid testimonies had proved that those deaths of numerous victims were not meaningless. It meant something. Even though the world can perceive our March 1st independence movement as a common or similar form of other independence movements which have occurred throughout the world, for us, Koreans, the meaning and its value are definitely different. I want to focus on one woman, the weak girl, the student, and the teenager, but the strongest fighter of independence in Joseon, Yu Won-soo. And I also want to focus on her lesson for us and the message for us which she wanted to convey to her descendants. I usually ask to myself, why she had died for us? Why she had to endure 93 types of torturing method for us? 93 types of tortures. Why she had to die 2 days before the actual Independence Day of Joseon? Why she had to die for us? This is the historical evidence. Her nose, ears were cut. And she was tortured. After several days, I saw several articles, videos, and pictures of her getting tortured. throughout the several days, constantly, in my home. Ripping off nails, cutting nose and ears, searing with a hot iron on her sexual organs, and spreading mudfishes and let them into her sexual organs. I mean, why she had to suffer and endure these kind of tortures? The only reason, I believe, and the sole purpose, and the one and only goal was to provide her descendants the air of freedom, the air of equality, the air of happiness. While she was tortured, she never cried. She never cried. She never gave up. Yet, she cried out to Japan's imperialism that they cannot be justified for the conquer and massacre of innocent people who had resisted their invasion with peace. The right of freedom belongs to us, and it was mandated from the heaven for us. How dare you Japanese try to take over our divine rights? This is the one that Jugansun had left as a message for us. Freedom, happiness, and the rights of equality and liberty. We are responsible to teach and spread the message and the spirit of Yu Guansun and the rest of the fighters to our descendants. I think this is our duty. As I go back to my first question, what is liberty? The answer for this question, what is liberty? It actually depends on every single of you. There is no definite answer. Very few. But our liberty has in common. Our liberty was definitely established based on the mass amount of blood. Like the United States of America. Their independence in 1776 also required great amount of suffering. They had resisted against the British Parliament. And they also took a war against them. But they had never gave up. Similar as Korea, similar as Ireland, and similar as India. All independence movements require great amount of blood to be shed. For my conclusion, I believe that we should never forget this. Never forget this. We should always, in whatever circumstances, we have to respect others' rights of equality and the other's liberty. Because I believe that this is what Yu Guansun wanted, and this is what all victims wanted. For us, for their descendants to realize and spread their messages to generation and generation. Thank you for listening.